Hey, Raiden, welcome back. I'm gonna get the REM pod in a minute. How's your day been? Welcome back to the haunted house, the only haunted house on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading from a haunted chick who lives in a haunted house in a creepy graveyard. Tonight's special is the free Yes No How wins. You can also get a $5 taco box during the happy hour. What is a $5 taco box? You can get up to 3 questions, 5+ minutes, 5+ cards with me. You can even get the extra special added sauce, which is a channel message from a loved one. Usually that's a $6 reading. You get 5+ minutes, 5+ cards with me if you get the $5. If you want to get the $6, sure, I'll take the extra tip during the happy hour. I'd love to make an extra $1. I also have the 1111 love reading, the $15 triple X love reading. You get the $20 past, present, future, as well as the $30 general reading. With every dollar you spend, you get +1+ minute, 1+ card. So yeah, if you need tarot card reading, grief counseling session, everything is only $1 per minute. Check out the description. I'm gonna go and get the REM pod. I do not have the spirit box out here in the garden because it's quite loud, and I don't have a power source for it. Sometimes I will though, like for a special night, like if Molly's here or friends are over and we want to do a live. And what do they call it? A seance? Whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna go get the REM pod so we can see if there's any spirits out here in the garden with me, and see if we can make any connection with them. So if you have any questions you want to ask about the spirit box, the REM pod, ghosts, hauntings, manifesting, tarot cards, love, life in general, feel free to ask. Hey Molly, welcome back to the channel. And of course, all those kind of questions are free to ask. They aren't relevant to a question you would like spirit to answer through the tarot cards. So yeah, put your questions in the chat. Let me know how I can help you tonight while I'm here. I'm only here for about an hour. I'm gonna go make some dinner, and then I'll be back for a late night chat and chill. Be right back. I'm gonna get the REM pod. If there's any good spirits here that would like to let us know that their presence is with us this evening, please touch the REM pod. Don't touch me. Don't touch the dad. Frank and Dad would not appreciate that. Don't touch the puppies. I would not appreciate that. Don't touch the people in the chat. Only touch yourself and the REM pod spirit. So I'm just going to bring this a little bit more forward right here so we can at least see if it'll go off. I don't think that, well, it's only going crazy because I touched it and reset it, but I'm going to touch it one more time so we can see the little blue light here, which indicates the temperature change. But that might also happen because it is already chilly out here. I'm just not sure yet. We'll have to see what it does. Hey Amira, how have you been? Long time no see. Welcome back to the chammy. Welcome back to the haunted house. Hey Ari, I saw your messages. I'm so happy for you. The sirens in the background, yeah. Probably somebody needed an ambulance. So we got the REM pod on. We'll just have to see if any spirits come by to let us know they're here. How's your day been, Ari? We can try, yeah. Let's see if it's gonna go off if I. Oh yeah, it's gonna go off if I do that. So let me try to put the REM pod in a place where me moving is not going to affect it, and also make sure it's in a safe place so it doesn't fall. Okay, it's good there. At least I think it might be good there. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's probably good there. So if Travis Wolf is here, or can feel our presence, or wants to let us know that he's here, touch the REM pod. Let's see. Well, that's interesting. But the REM pod is actually responding. Can you maybe use your energy to make the colors change? You can touch it like this to make the colors change. You can touch it like this. So my favorite color is the purple one, which is on. But let's just see what he does if he's able to muster up enough energy. The thing I don't have right now that's out here is my orgone generator, which is it's a little machine that you plug in, and it will resonate like a Schumann's resonance, like an energy pattern of life chi energy, which we all inhabit. But what the orgone generator does, I feel, in a lot of our ghost hunting, is it gives the spirits energy, so that they're able to actually correspond with us a little bit easier, instead of having to wait and put things on pause to muster up the energy to converse with us. You know, he might only have enough energy to make the sounds go off by just being present. Thanks. I try to be the best person I can. I really do try to be the person that my dogs think I am. I really do try. I'm so glad to hear that your day's been fine, Ari. I'm so glad that you got a response that made you happy. Oh, you got to talk to Kay this morning. Oh, he gets results on Friday. Okay, wonderful. I'm pretty sure he's going to be okay, love. Amir, I posted above a question. Okay, does male Jay have a crush on me? Probably. I can't imagine who wouldn't have a crush on you. Spirit, what does Amira need to know about Jay having a crush on Amira? Spirit, I'm calling forth Amira's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Amira need to know about that right now? Are you still there, sweetheart? Are you still there, Amira? I'm sorry I didn't see your message until now. Spirit, what does Amira need to know about Jay? Does Jay have a crush on Amira? Well, I'm just saying that I feel like he probably does. I haven't actually gotten the card yet. I'm calling forth your most strongest and trusted spirit guides. I'm calling forth Amira's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know right now about Jay's feelings in regards to having a crush on her? So Spirit says, very much so. Could very well be something that, I'm not doubting it at all, actually. But tarot cards are always a suggestion of something that's progressively happening within you and others. So with the High Priestess here as being a yes, he does have a crush on you. I think it's a little bit more, sweetheart, than just a crush. There's something about you that makes them feel comfortable. They like that energy. They feel like they could tell you anything. If they really needed to go to someone and talk to them, it would be you. So I think it's a little bit more than just a crush. There's something about you, they look up to you. Something about your wisdom and they think you're smart. So, yes, it is a yes card. But I think it's a little bit more than just a crush now. And I feel like this person is also trying to find the courage to tell you a little bit more about how they might be feeling. Keep me updated, Amir. I'm here for you. I'm just here to help and make friends. Yeah, of course. Welcome to the Chammy. Welcome to the haunted house. We're here to be friends and help you too. Sometimes spirits will play songs, or it'll sound like Morse code as well on the REM pod. Now there's no breeze. It's absolutely, I mean, I have my wind chime right here. You can see there's like absolutely no breeze. So I'm not suggesting at all that it would be a breeze or a temperature change making the REM pod go off, but it's very well likely your father, Travis Wolf, just probably playing with the REM pod, trying to figure, like, how do I do this? Spirit, is Travis Wolf present with us? And is their consciousness, their spirit, is their spirit here, spirit? What do I need to know about that right now? So that card was down. I'm just gonna so he may have left. We got the Tower, which is a no card, but maybe not. Maybe he's back now. See, I really feel that at the end of the day, they come and go as they please. I don't feel like spirits are subjected to being implanted in one place all the time. We have actually gotten answers on the spirit box about how they can travel from place to place energetically. You know, one moment maybe they could be across the street, or another moment across the world, or maybe the next moment sitting on your lap or right next to you, but maybe they disappeared and went somewhere. You know. Okay, so Raiden Wolf says, thank you, Travis Wolf. He said thank you. He said you were a nice guy and a good father. Yeah, they can also, I think they can also, some of them can see and read or understand like telepathic energy, like, you know, feel your thoughts and feelings, you know, instead of like reading the chat or whatever. But I literally had on the spirit box something spell out what's on my t-shirt, which was pretty creepy, which gave me the idea that maybe they can read, maybe they can see. I don't know. I don't know how it works because I don't know. So here's what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about my mom finding out that this guy is talking to has only post some raunchy photos on Twitter, however. Even if mom doesn't approve, I would still try to get one. I know for sure that my mom would judge this guy for having an OF. I'm a noob. What's an OF? That's probably your dad laughing at me, because he probably knows what an OF is. I feel so stupid asking what's an OF. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm new. Let me just die under the table here. I usually just said OnlyFans. What's an OF? Oh yeah, that place. That place where I thought I could start a cooking show and then realized it was just a fucking show. It was everybody's OnlyFans was a fucking show. A fucking hilarious one. I'm like, yeah, okay, alright, I made an account, so what, but at least nobody else can take the name. Molly, when are you going to open your OnlyFans? But I just thought it was interesting that OnlyFans is like, yeah, we're not just this kind of website, but now you can start a cooking show. You can start this kind of show. We just want to be like YouTube now. Well, he's in California, right? So I don't know that they're going to meet today, but never. But I don't know, does anybody have any popular cooking shows or any kind of shows on OnlyFans unless it has to do with sex? I don't know, I don't go over there. I haven't been there since the day I made my account. I don't go there. I don't go to OnlyFans. In fact, I feel like a noob for even making an OnlyFans account because I thought that it was something else and not what it is. Yeah. There's this whole kink called feeders, and it's men who make women obese. I wonder if that, that boy we talk about, Molly, on the phone, the one I won't talk to anybody about except you. I wonder if he's talked about that before. I seem to, remember something about that. I don't know, it might be a good suggestion for him, but I had no idea, but I think I have had an idea, there is something like that somewhere. So they just feed the women until they get obese. Maybe it was a broccoli animation that I saw a creepy story about that on too. Where they just use her for her money and feed her to make money. It's a terrible thing. But yeah, I think I have heard of it, but only only on just people talking about how cruel and creepy it is. I have a super high metabolism too. I'm like one of those girls, I can eat a whole cake and I won't gain a pound. Isn't that ridiculous? But I did go from size 0 to size what the fuck Ari once, part of my French YouTube, because of my emotional eating disorder. But, it's not impossible to gain weight. You just gotta be eating Chinese food for morning and for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and second breakfast too. Had some barbecue and ice cream and cake, lots of cake. Hey, Earth Angel, how are you, sweetheart? But yeah, I have a pretty fast metabolism, so it was pretty easy for me to lose the weight. I know I didn't gain the weight in 6 months, so I wouldn't lose the weight in 6 months, but oh, tell your mom thank you. Thank you so much for showing up. And oh, look, the REM pod's going off again. So I wonder if that means he can read the chat and he just read what you said. I'm good, Earth Angel. Yes. Are you doing well? Hey, Maria, I just saw your name. How are you, sweetheart? I was mortified by the idea that anybody is abusing women in the way that Molly was just talking to us about how there's, what's it called, a feeder? What did she call it? Oh, yeah, there's this whole kink called feeders, and it's men who make women obese. Well, I'm going to run the other way from that. I'm tired, sweetheart. Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah, you can ask a yes or no question. Yeah, you can get your usual Maria. Well, first of all, it's never over until you say it's over. Okay? Um, this person literally has no power over you or any kind of, you know, power in manifesting it being over, because see, it's your reality. If you allow them to go feral on you in your reality, then that's just what's going to keep happening. So obviously this person's gone feral at you at some point. You guys have cut it off. You're feeling a little bit overwhelmed because you're afraid it's over or something. But see, the power is in your hands. Don't just give it away to anybody. Okay? So, Spirit, what does Earth Angel need to know? You just asked him to make it go off 3 times and he did? That is amazing. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, the afterlife and spirits and ghosts and entities. They're not just not there. They're everywhere. And they want to be everywhere with you guys, too. So, have fun. Spirit, what does, excuse me, what does, will Alex contact Earth Angel? Or is it over? You know that song by Fleetwood Mac, I want to be with you everywhere. It's kind of like that. Oh, I love that song so much too. I want to be with you guys everywhere. Okay, Earth Angel, look. Hey, Kachan, I'm just going to call you Chan. How are you, dear? So, yes, this person will reach out to you. But yeah, it's over for right now. But only for right now. Okay? Because you believe somehow, some way they have power over you and have ended it. But it's really up to you to end it. And you can end it right now by not giving him or her or whatever it is. I don't know, it's Alex. It's a name like mine. It could be a boy or a girl. By not giving away your power to this person, by not allowing them to write your love story, your friend story, your life story. You write and create your beautiful love story, life story, whatever, with your creator, whatever you believe your creator is, even if it's just the dirt outside. So talk to your creator as if it's your best friend and about it, if that will make you feel better. And you watch. Things will change. If it's still somebody that makes you feel yummy, go for it. I would say don't give up on it just because the cards say, yeah, it's over right now. It's just over for right now. You know, I like to talk about right now when I do my readings. I don't like to go too far into the future because it's not here yet. I don't like to go into the past because it's not coming back. Now, no spirit box right now, Kakan. I'm not comfortable with that right now, please. Thank you for not doing that right now, Kakan, Chan, whatever your name is. Not really sure if I'm saying your name right now. But if you could be so respectful towards me and my friends as to not share your spirit box right now, I would really appreciate that, okay? I mean, not one peep, or I'll hide you from the channel. Okay, and I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to be respectful to the fact that right now I'm working with somebody who's in the chat who's trying to communicate with his father who committed suicide. And I don't need your spirit box intervening with my work right now as a death doula, as a death midwife, and somebody who's trying to help these two souls, okay? Maybe later on during the chat or another time would be great, but not right now, okay? Yeah, Raiden, I can. Spirit, what does Raiden need to know about his father? Yeah, I really appreciate that, Chan. That means a lot to me that you will respect that. Did his father find Nirvana? Did Travis Wolf find Nirvana? find peace, find God, find what they were looking for in the universe, find its creator, find their creator. Maybe if you could touch the REM pod and let us know. He probably is. Like, but see, what you have to understand is up there is everywhere. In fact, I think that NASA just found a curve in our universe. You know, it's everywhere. We are everywhere. So here's the world card. Yeah, your father has found peace. And I bet you just as sitting here talking about it, talking about him, you know, and communicating with him has helped him find even more peace in the afterlife. See, I know that the Bible and many scriptures say, oh, you're evil if you talk to the dead people, but I'd be so lonely if I was dead and no one talked to me or thought about me. It just made me feel horrible. And then I'd have to come back and haunt somebody. I just, you know, isn't Jesus dead and some of us talk to him, or is it different because he rose from the dead? And does that mean it's okay to talk to vampires? I don't know. Culture has our minds really warped, but if we can get through with some of these limiting beliefs and circumstances that we're taught and really break through onto the other side to not only try to experience what it is that is good for us, but also experience what's new for us. 8 years of questions. Aw, sweetheart, I'm glad I could help. Anytime. Hey, Maria, I just saw that you made a donation. Thank you so much. That's very kind and generous of you. Let me see what your questions are. Okay, sweetheart, put your timer on and look at the questions. Oh my God, Maria, it's your birthday. It's gonna be your birthday on May 10th. What you doing for your birthday, girl? I hope you get some head. Sorry, YouTuber, I'm not trying to be rude. Pardon my French. Okay, let's see. I'm calling forth Maria's most strongest and trusted spirit guards. What does she need to know right now about her partner, thoughts, feelings towards her today and right now? Sorry, I'm trying to be gross, not trying to be gross or rude, just trying to make you laugh. Well, this is face down, so I'm not gonna keep shuffling. Cheesecake. Cheesecake is my favorite. You always get that Empress card. You always get. You know what I've been wanting to try is a Coca-Cola cheesecake. I saw something about that somewhere. Okay, so I got the first question done. Let me get the other couple of questions and then. Okay, so it's a bit of a mystery what's coming up for you this week. This card's down, so I'm not even going to look at it. I'm just going to put it back in the deck. I really should not put those cards back in the deck because what they mean is Spirit wants to like eliminate them so that there's not too much more confusion. But I've been doing it different today because sometimes I got to break my own rules. Oh yes, he is planning something very, very, very special for you for your birthday. Okay, so we got a tower, but it's all right. It's funny because that was the card on the bottom of the deck, but I wasn't done asking about the birthday thing. And then I just started thinking about, like, I know you wanted a song, and then the tower popped out. But, Spirit, can you clarify this tower card? Okay. Can you clarify this Hanged Man, please? So yeah, he's in the middle of choosing something for your birthday right now. Something very sweet and romantic. Raiden, you may be able to telepathically speak to your father and get responses on the REM pod while I'm doing a reading, so have fun. Hey Prachi, it's so good to see you. My day's been beautiful, but how about you? Wait a minute, the card flipped over. So that's must be a clarification for... Let me just process this, Maria. To think here for a moment. He's feeling like he wants to talk to you more about what your ideas are on in regards to your future and your ideas on in regards to where you want to go with your life. You know, as a mother, as a friend, as a lover, as his girlfriend, you know, he's really been thinking like, and feeling very deeply in love with you at the same time, but also he wants to know more about what you want. What are your dreams? And I think that that's what's coming for you. It's a little bit of a mystery right now how he'll propose this to you. He may even want to propose some kind of marriage or once again that commitment ceremony. Could be something for your birthday, like I said, that might have something to do with that. He may give you a ring, a necklace, a bracelet, something special to show, you know, that he is committed to you in your relationship. As far as the song, we got the Tower, the Hanged Man, the Star, and the Death. Oh, gives me shivers just thinking about it. But it's not all bad. It's not bad at all. Even though we got some ugly cards like Tower and Death, you know, kind of cocooning this Hanged Man and the Star. I feel like in regards to a song, it's going to be a song about, you know, overcoming the challenges and, you know, being in a transformative state. Aren't you freezing out here in your pajamas?
It's okay, not bad. It's okay.
You're freezing out
I
here
can
in
show you something.
Southern
Are
below
you-
65. What do you want to show me?
You got
I
somebody
certainly
over-
don't want anyone to see you on the live in your
No,
pajamas.
no, coming over there. Are you reading some of these cards?
Mhm.
Well, I want this picture. I want to take everything off and leave just Ninja over there. It's a good picture. I want everything out of there. Huh?
Okay, excuse me while I edit a picture for Frankendad.
I'm about to pick it up.
Wait, no, I'm doing it right now. You're not
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
back to do nothing except
I get inside.
maybe tell me to
because
go inside because it's cold. Look, here's the picture, silly. Here,
You
it's done.
done?
It's done.
You erase everything?
Yes, I fixed it for you.
No, can I send it somewhere? Okay.
Yes, you can send it to somebody.
Okay.
He is. Okay, Maria. You're gonna laugh at this song, but I really feel like this is the one. Let me get it and I'll put it in the chat. Oh, I'm freezing. Let me just put the chat on mute for a minute to make sure it's the right song. My phone died. No, you should not worry about these cards. This has nothing to do with anything important other than a channel message from him through a song. So just give me a moment. Alright, I'm back. Maria, did you get that? I just had to charge up my phone for a moment. Tasha, you still there? Anybody would like to get a free yes or no question or a paid reading, go ahead and do it now, because in about 20 minutes I'm gonna end the live and I'm gonna go make some dinner and take a cat nap before the next live. Yeah, Maria, I put the chat and the link, and put in the chat the link and the name of the song in case the link does not work. You can also go and read the lyrics just by Googling Kendrick Lamar, All the Stars lyrics, so that you can understand a little bit easier, quicker, because I know sometimes when people listen to music, they can't understand all the words and stuff, so. Oh, definitely, all good stuff, but a little bit of it is being left a bit of a mystery to you about what's coming. So I think it has to do with your birthday, and Spirit doesn't want to let you in on everything and all the surprises, and sometimes Spirit will do that. Like, you'll ask a question about something and Spirit will literally be sarcastic with you about an answer or blow it off, because they either don't, the spirits either feel like it's not the right time for you to know, or you're not supposed to know, or, see what I'm saying? Oh, I'm cold. Let's see if what time is it right now? 1 second. So if it's 10:30 now, and I end the live at 10:45 or something, I'll go make some dinner and rest for about an hour, and then come back about midnight. Hey Dollface, how are you, sweetheart? It's good to see you, honey. Are you feeling better tonight? How are things going for you? Yeah. What's got you so down, sweetheart? Is it just your love life in general, or is it, are you okay? I'm good. I'm just happy Dad doesn't have cancer and it's not going to be a cruel summer of chemo. His biopsy was negative, so they just biopsied some fat, so that's the only body part Dad's got to lose is his belly fat. I'm happy with that. He has a horrible bruise on his abdomen from the biopsy, but it's healing up. Oh, not really having anyone to talk to. Yeah, I know how that feels. It is good news. Oh, you're so welcome, Maria. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much for your donation. I've been working all day and it's been really slow. Ruby's good. You want to see Ruby? I'll go get Ruby. She's probably trying to sneak some fish off of Dad's plate. He just made fish soup. Ruby. Don't worry, I'll bring her back. All the other dogs are like, where are you taking her outside in the dark? And here she is. Here she is, Dollface. Oh, Ruby Doo. But yeah, she's doing good. Oh, don't put your nose in my mouth. We were playing earlier and she kept trying to put my nose in her mouth. She is precious. Hi, I love you. Okay, here you go. She's so spoiled. She's like, just rub my tummy, mommy. There you go. Is that better? She is very much loved. I'm very interested in her grandpa's fish soup. So he made, I don't have to make dinner for him tonight, which is nice because sometimes I just hate cooking dinner all the time. So it's nice when someone makes their own dinner for themselves. And the dogs, so he made fish soup for him and the dogs tonight. I'm like, yes. Because then I can just like cook myself a quick snack or something and take a nap. Now we'll be back around midnight, y'all. So if anybody wants to get a free yes or no, go ahead and put that question in the chat or make your donations if you want to get a paid reading. Yeah, it's the REM pod making those noises. Yep. Mm-hmm. You see something over there? Mm-hmm. She sees something. You see, baby? I wish I could get the SLS camera to work while I'm doing YouTube. And you know, I think that SLS camera app that I have might even have like a paid subscription where you can go live on YouTube through it and use the SLS camera for ghost experiments. I'll have to look into that. They did a live tonight on YouTube where they were at the Bel Air mansion doing a speakeasy with ghosts. She sees something out there. And she gonna start barking because of it. Oh, did it scare you? Don't worry, I won't let it get you. Well, it's good to see you, Dollface. I hope seeing Ruby put a smile on your face. Like Facebook? My mom's name is Shannon Bond now, but I'll see if he can make things go off and see if he wants you to see what he looked like. If it stops, and yeah, you can see what he looked like on Facebook. Okay, when I get a chance, I'll take a look. I don't always get on Facebook. It's not really like my thing, but I do have a Facebook, and usually the only reason I'm posting to Facebook is because it's posting from Instagram first. There's a lot of fucking going on Facebook that I just don't like about it. Okay, you want to go back inside, obviously, so I'm gonna put her back inside real quick. Run away. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed the REM pod tonight, Raiden. I'm saying your name right, correct? And I think it's so interesting that your dad's name is the same name of one of my best friends who is a prisoner of war in Moscow, Russia. Putin took Travis in the spring of 2023, and he's definitely an interesting bargaining chip. I mean, you know, he's a U.S. veteran. He's a genius. He speaks 6 different languages. He's an English teacher. He's a musician. He basically went over to Russia and became a rock star and did very, very well at music and teaching English as well. And I had been working with him during the beginning of his transition to Russia, trying to help a female singer over there with her English and translating Russian to English and how to sing the English language. Yeah, it's pretty upsetting. I've been friends with this person for almost 20 years. He's a lot older than me, but the way that we met is I absolutely love the game Final Fantasy. And have since I was a kid, and when they came out with the online version, the Final Fantasy 11, I fell so in love with that game, and I started playing that when I was a kid in 2004, and it was just so amazing. And I kept playing it, and I still play it. I would play it to this day. I still have my account. But I don't have enough time to play it, so I did put things on pause with it, but that's how I met Travis. And a lot of the people who come to chat are also part of that group still. One of our moderators sent me in, and then was friends with Travis too, and then someone else who comes to the chat named Atticus. But what we basically did is we rated, rating in a video game. I'm pretty sure you played video games before, but rating in an MMORPG in-game can be a very intense thing. Okay, you're not just out there playing in the game, trying to XP, trying to, you know, raise your character's level. This is far beyond that, where you've actually taken your character to the next level, and it's pretty much a demigod. And we did that for years and years, and you know, there becomes a certain level of trust. There becomes a certain level of friendship. There becomes a certain level of integrity within the friendship you create through, you know, that kind of presence in each other's life and that kind of thing. Because you know, I'm pretty sure if you played games before, and especially MMORPGs where it's a multiplayer game, you know, maybe it's something you haven't done, but that's how we met. And he was the leader of our raiding group. And we did things together with his tactics and his negotiating. And, you know, just, I think a lot of the tactics that he used may have even come from being, you know, being a paratrooper and working, you know, for the U.S. Army. But also the fact that he's a very smart person, but incredibly kind. I just can't imagine how such a nice person ended up in his situation. And he won't be getting, I think I guess he'll be in a penal colony for 13 years. Now that even though he's been in prison for 3. So he's not going to get out of prison until he's like almost 70. And he's a lot older than me. He's currently in his, he's currently in his mid-50s, I think. So that can't be any fun for him. But we are trying our best to get him back. There's an article from the Rolling Stones this month online that they're putting out about Travis, as well as the article will be in the Rolling Stones magazine in June. So it's a pretty important person in the fact that, you know, he's an excellent bargaining chip, and getting a family member on the wrongfully detained list can be so frustrating. No, he hasn't passed away, thank God, yet. But it's interesting because a couple days before you showed up, the spirit box did say Travis, but it didn't say anything else. like I thought it was trying to talk to me about my friend Travis. But no, my friend has not passed on, even though he looks like a Holocaust survivor. And I've been taking, like, when you donate to the chat, like when you donate a super chat, a portion of that fund goes to help his mother feed him. Now, when he was in the prison castle in Moscow, which was like a 300-year-old castle, which has been turned into a prison. It's called Barika prison. It's like, it's pretty rough. They have a food ordering system where you can get online and you can order your family members' food, but because we're Americans, you know, we're not allowed to have a bank account over there. We're not allowed to use our credit cards. We're not allowed to purchase online. So we have to send the money to the United States Department, U.S. State Department, and then they send the money to a friend of his mother's who's Russian to her bank account that is set up through their U.S. You know how every country has, like, they have a consulate, so it gets sent to their U.S. consulate in Russia and then deposited into this friend's bank account, who then gets online in Russia and orders his food. But now he has been transported to 12 hours away from Moscow to a detention center, which they had Nalvari in one of the same detention centers that he died in, actually, before he ever made it to the penal colony. And the reason they put you in the detention center before you go to the penal colony is because the penal colonies are like way out in the middle of like bumfuck nowhere. Okay, so it takes hours and hours and hours to get there, and they have to make sure every seat on the bus going to that specific penal colony is full with a prisoner to sit in the seat. They don't just take one or two out. The whole bus has to be full. So it could take days, weeks, months, years for that bus to get full. I don't know what's next. We don't even know how to feed him right now. So it's a bit sickening and stressful. You know, and I just won't know anything until either our administration in the country gets their ass together and stops worrying about some El Salvadorian who isn't even as, you know, I just don't get it. Like, it's so frustrating. It's beyond belief frustrating. So I don't know. I mean, if we have to take it all the way to International Supreme Court, we will. Because it seems like the new administration is a little bit off with their ideas and their what's important to them, and is obviously, you know, it's always like America first, Americans. Well, really? Well, then why aren't you talking about Travis? Why aren't you talking about Michael Travis Leak? It makes no sense, and we're all still talking about the El Salvadorian who got accidentally deported. It's really frustrating. So I just have to sit around and wait, you know, until either the lawyer can find out what's next and tell his mom, and then she'll let me know. Yeah, and I keep everybody updated about Travis. It used to be that it would cost us $8 American to buy him a salad, which he said that's what he was just going to live off of when we could order them for him, was salads, because their fruit is really bad in prison, and if you didn't order them food, they just bring you like barely cooked fish, which barely has any meat on it anyways, which makes him sick. But now I don't know. I won't know anything until, you know, either the U.S. State Department steps up and does something, or he gets some news from the lawyer, or I'm pretty sure we're going to appeal it again. We've been through about 40 appeals. But all we can do is just keep fighting for his freedom and let people know about what's going on. You know, right now it's just his mom and me that I know of. You know, I'm not sure, you know, what's going on with his wife or that side of things. I don't talk to her, but I'm not even sure that she's in the picture, as I know that he did have a Russian girlfriend at the time who was his fiance. So I'm not so certain that, I'm not really sure what his relationship status is. But I haven't heard anything from anything like that, like his family, that kind of side of the family that he married into or anything. But one of their main reasons for taking him is because they felt like he was a traitor because he was married to a Ukrainian and married a Ukrainian in Russia and lived with her in Russia during the time. I'm not really sure what happened to her though. I don't know if she's the same girl that he was always with, or if it was even the same girl that he was with when he got arrested. But it's like they came to his house with guns and tasers and bats, baseball bats, and it's all somewhere online. You can see it. It might even be on my channel. I don't know if I put that video on the channel. It's quite intense. Me too. I'm sorry to hear about my friend too. It was actually last May when I found out. And it was actually the spirit box that told me about it. Because I was like, I almost couldn't believe that it said his name. Because the year before that, during the end of May, June 2023, when he was taken, now it wasn't like they just came to his house and had a conversation. Okay, these guys went in with bats, baseball bats, guns, and tasers, and tortured him and his girlfriend for 12 plus hours, and sexually abused them, assaulted them, things like that. So at the end of the day, it's like been just one thing after another. But it was the spirit box that told me, and I tried to ignore it for a couple days. I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure why it's saying his name, but it didn't just say his name, Travis. It said Michael Travis Leak. I was like, what? And it was just a year before that. I was at a birthday party. I had a birthday party for a friend here at the house, and I got a text message on my WhatsApp from him, and it said, "How do you feel now that your little American friend is gone?" It was very uncomfortable. But we went back to last year and fast forward to last year from that moment. I ignored it for a couple days, but then they were talking about the Evan guy who was, that reporter for that newspaper here, the Wall Street Journal, and how he'd been taken and like his mother and father were on TV, and they asked him, what are you going to do about your son and what's next and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, look, it's not just about our son, it's about the other people who are, have been wrongfully detained as well, like the Paul guy. And then they said Michael Travis Leak on World News, and I was like, unbelievable. I'm like, is this really fucking happening? Is this happening? So then that night, we got on the spirit box. My friend Tiffany was here. I wonder if Fiona was here. I can't remember who the other girl was that was online. It might have been Ari. I'm not sure. But that's when I was like, that's it. Like, the spirit box keeps saying his name. I'm going to have to start. I'm going to actually get the tits to Google his name and see what's going on. And then it just progressed from, I was just falling apart. Like, it was horrible. I started smoking again, and I had quit for so long, and I just lost my mind for a little while, I'm sure anybody who had a best friend that they cherished would feel the same. And even though it's not like a romantic thing, we've never had feelings like that for each other, I still love my friend very much, and just, want him to be happy, safe, and healthy. Like, I want all my friends to be happy, safe, and healthy. That's been quite weird. And I've even had several friends ask me, are you only pursuing this because you are romantically interested? Like, no, not at all. Don't make me more sick than I already am over it. But I think that at the end of the day, I think anybody who had a loved one that this happened to would feel that way. Yeah, just close friends, yeah. It sucks. But I think that, you know, at this point, the best possible thing that could happen to him right now is an article, write-up about him in the Rolling Stones. So you might see some more content coming out about Travis in the not too distant future. I have been working on a project and a campaign to help get like his story out and help people like understand what's happening with him. And but it's been difficult because, you know, I work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and barely find time to watch a movie and enjoy it. So I've had to also, you know, there's like been a whole huge learning curve within regards to how I want to, you know, not only produce the campaign but promote it. I don't want it to get mixed up within like my kind of stuff, like my music promotion or my tarot card business and things like that. So I've had to like create a way so that I can step away from it but still tell the story without being involved too much. So people are focusing on Travis and not me. So I'm going to go ahead and jump off the live for right now. I'm going to go make some dinner and take a little cat nap. And I'll be back later with the spirit box and the REM pod and the dogs and the tarot, and we'll just see how it goes. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming by tonight. Thank you for the likes, the love, the subscriptions, the donations. I appreciate it. Oh, welcome back, Ari. I wanted to ask you a question. Oh, we're just talking about my friend Travis and how last year the spirit box said his name, and I was like, wonder why that's happening, and I was just like in complete denial of it. And then a couple days later I heard about him being a hostage in Moscow, and how I couldn't remember. I know Tiffany was there that night, but I can't remember if it was you, Ari, that was there, or Fiona. There was another girl from the chat that comes often, but that comes often here too. Maybe it was Maria. It might have been Maria and Tiffany, actually. Yeah, I think it was Maria and Tiffany. I think it was just Maria, Tiffany, and I probably would not have broken down in tears. But yeah, I think you might have been there. I think it was you and me and Tiffany and Maria. Yeah, it was the four of us. That's right. And it was just so creepy because I was like, I'm going to ignore that as much as possible. But then the next day it was like, oh, you guys, I heard his name on world news and he's terrible. It's so terrible. I started smoking again. But I've realized since the last year that hypnosis can help me with that again. But I have to make sure to do the hypnosis, have the hypnosis treatment when I'm having the trigger. So when I'm upset about something, instead of turning to a cigarette, I have to turn towards the hypnosis and stop what I'm doing and do the hypnotic meditation. Hey Fiona, welcome back. How are you, sweetheart? I was actually just getting ready to jump off the live. I wanted to ask you a question, Ari, though. Are you sure? Are you sure you want to be with somebody who has an OnlyFans? I just want you to be very careful, especially sending pictures, because I don't want him, you know, in case he's a creep, to be able to sell pictures of you to strangers, okay? So just please be careful, because I just want you to have fun and be safe. Not telling you what to do at all. I want you to do what your intuition tells you to do, but true. Yeah, you enjoy the content. Yeah, I was talking about OF because I was like, I couldn't remember what that was. They did a skit on Elder OnlyFans. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Oh, I'm sure he is a real person. Yeah. I'm absolutely sure he's a real person. I'm going to have to look that up, Fiona, and see if it's anywhere online to watch. Thank you, Raven. I just, you know, the world is so strange. You know, and I come from a place where it's like, if you don't figure out what you're gonna do soon, you're gonna be really bored. And you know, I think that the world that Ari has grown up in is probably a lot different than mine. And you need to be careful with people online just as much as you would be face to face with them from anywhere or any place. Excuse me. I was such a noob about OnlyFans that I thought that I, you know, could start like a cooking show or something on it. You know, because they were promoting that at one time, like, and I was like, I wasn't really doing my YouTube thing either, and I thought maybe I should try OnlyFans, because I was like, oh, that would be a really great place for just me and my fans. No, I didn't realize that it was what it was. And I asked Molly tonight, I'm like, is there really any popular kind of channels over there that, you know, are not sex related? And she goes, not really. She says the most popular over there is probably the kink, where I didn't even know about this really until tonight, or at least I was reminded about it, where men feed women to make them obese is like a super hot kink over there on OnlyFans. Excuse me. It's really cold out here. My dad probably was laughing about it. Foot kink is popular. Yeah, someone came in the channel last night asking me my shoe size. I'm like, why? You want to buy me a new pair of shoes? Send $1,000 to my cash out, because mommy needs a new pair of shoes to wear nowhere. To go nowhere. Yeah, I just don't understand the foot kink thing. You know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I'll really never understand the foot kink thing. People ask me for feet pictures all the time, and I'm like, okay, you want to see my feet? Go look at a Greek statue. Because once you've seen a Greek statue, you've pretty much seen all Greek people naked. It's really nothing special. Yeah, around midnight I'm gonna get the spirit box out. I'm just gonna go make something to eat, and then I'm going to take a little cat nap, and then I'll be back around midnight. Excuse me. There isn't a YouTuber that's on OnlyFans now. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the REM pod off. Maybe later it'll actually change colors or something. Yeah, I'm just probably trying to rush myself. I know a lot of YouTubers use Patreon. That seems to be like a really popular place for them to take their fans. And I think it's because on Patreon, when you have a private account that people subscribe to, you know, it's pretty much lawless. You know, you can pretty much be an outlaw there. It doesn't matter if you're showing movies or pictures or, you know, because it's all private and not public. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna eat. I might fry a piece of salmon. Or maybe I'll just make like boiled potato, have like a baked potato kind of thing, even though it's a boiled potato. I'm not really sure. Not really hungry, but I'm hungry and I know that I need to eat for nutrition. Because I definitely don't like to eat before bed. Okay, I'm gonna jump off here now because it's getting late and it's getting colder and colder out here. And I don't really want to be out here by myself anymore. There was a writer that was doing an article on OnlyFans, so he went undercover and got a writing job on OnlyFans. He was one of those people that would do all the talking to the customers / paid subscribers. Do I like spam? Do you mean like the canned meat? Not really. No. I mean, it's really tasty if you're poor and hungry, but I would rather eat bread than water. Yeah, you're talking to someone who's a recovering vegan. So, yeah. Hey, I had a question while I passed my board exam, so the results are coming maybe really soon. I don't do questions like that, Parika. But thank you for coming by, Parika, and asking. I appreciate it. Alright, you guys, I'll be back in a little bit. But yeah, I'm not into spam because it's like all the body parts that go unused, mushed together to turn into some weird canned meat. Oh no, don't apologize. It's fine. I'm a recovering vegan. At one point in time, I would have had a meltdown over this conversation. So I'm doing pretty good. So when these OF models post their pictures, videos, and get messages back from these men, he would be the one who would answer them, including the DMs. Wow. Alright, you guys, I'll be back. Kalanita. I want to hear more about that OnlyFans story, about that guy, though. You got anything else to say about it? Excuse me. Yeah, being a recovering vegan has been interesting. Okay, Fiona, I want to know more, but can we talk about it on the next live if you're around? Yeah, tell me later because it's colder than a witch's titty in a brass bra out here now. It's probably like in the 50s and I'm kind of creeped out, so I'm going to go in now, okay? I'll be back. Good luck with your exam, Panika. Keep us updated.